Hey guys, it's Jessica, and I'm here today with another anti-haul video. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the things I didn't buy this week, as well as the things I got rid of. Full disclosure, while I still have not purchased any of the nail polish I talked about in the last video that I didn't buy, I do have 2 orders of nail polish coming. Shopping is kind of my coping mechanism when I'm stressed or feeling down, and I caved. But they're not here yet, so we're not going to count them in this week's video. Rather, we're going to talk about the wins I had. I have just noticed my tongue is yellow because I was eating orange cotton candy, so I'm really sorry about that, and hopefully it is not as distracting to you as it is to me. I have the monitor over here, and I can see my yellow tongue out of the corner of my eye. Oh my gosh. So anyway, things I did not buy this week. There really wasn't a lot of stuff that I was looking for that I didn't get. I, again, filled up my cart at Lolly Polish, had a ton of nail polish I wanted to get. They had buy 2 get 1 free or buy 3 get 1 free. I don't remember which it was, but I think it was 2 get 1 free. And I had 6 polishes in my cart, so 2 were free. Of course, the 2 that were free were like half the cost of the ones that weren't free because they were from clearance and they didn't have enough full price ones I wanted. And then I still needed $1.05 for free shipping. I'm not going to buy a $14 nail polish to get $1.05 for free shipping. And they didn't have anything on the site that was inexpensive. And so I was just like, this is a sign. Don't buy it. Even though they're really, really pretty. And I still imagine I will keep going back to Lolly Polish and filling up the cart. So the next thing I didn't buy this week was a shirt at Target. It's a super cute bohemian shirt. If I can find it on their website, I'll put it right here. And I feel like I always need new clothes. Most of my clothes are 10, 15 years old. I have no sense of style. Before the pandemic, I had joined like a style influencer service where you pay a set amount and she sends you shopping guides and wardrobes and literally tells you what to wear every day. And I was going to do that, and I was going to go to work, and I was going to have the outfits. And I did it for the first season, and then it was March. And we didn't go back to work for like a year and a half. So I stopped wearing normal clothes. So I really never even wore those things. They're now probably out of style. Thankfully, they weren't super expensive. She was not an expensive influencer. It's Allison Limbatis. I'll actually link her below if you're looking for a styling service, because I did really like what she put together. So anyway, the shirt at Target was super cute. I loved the flowy bohemian style. But then I was like, where am I going to wear this? Because just like last week with the Old Navy dresses that I didn't buy, I have plenty of things for the type of life I live. I don't need more clothes. I did purchase a pair of bike shorts for rowing. I don't know if I purchased them before the last video or for this video. So I have those because I needed shorts for rowing. I didn't have anything to row in. But I don't need to just put trendy clothes in my closet because I don't need to support fast fashion. I don't need to just completely fill up my closet and be stressed out by all these clothes. So that's another thing that I didn't buy. That was really the only 2 things that were real tempting this week. But I did do an even better job with anti-haul in that I got rid of a lot of stuff. So the first thing I got rid of is a bunch of DVDs and movies, VHS movies. So the shelf behind me is our DVD shelf, and it is 5 shelves, and it was it was completely filled with video games and DVDs. And I realized that it is the perfect size for my puzzles. These are Dowdle, these are Calm, these are Gallison. I have Buffalo down here. This is a Seiko. It fits like this size puzzle box. It doesn't fit the real big ones. My husband made the shelf. I love the shelf. It's beautiful. So I wanted somewhere to store my puzzles and decided that the best thing to do would be to get rid of DVDs that we probably haven't watched in 10 years. Between Netflix and not having any time to watch television because of kids, these DVDs don't get used. I could not quite part with any series. It's like Animaniacs, Simpsons, Friends, Looney Tunes, Scrubs. Those things, I was just like, well, if they ever go off Netflix, we'll probably still want to watch them. So maybe in 10 years, these will be used again. I think that maybe in 10 years, we could rebuy things again. And that's kind of like our theory behind, like, if I really want to watch Count of Monte Cristo, I could just go buy it again. If I really want to watch Enemy at the Gates, like, I could just buy it then. Are we even going to be using DVDs at all in 5 years? Already, we rarely do. We use Blu-rays. I have like 6 Blu-rays. That's it. We've never really used our Blu-ray player because streaming was already a thing by the time we finally adopted the Blu-ray technology. But I kept all my Disney that was not on VHS because I figured the kids will probably want to watch that, and we don't have Disney Plus. So the first thing I do when I get rid of stuff is I try to weigh the should I sell it or should I donate it equation. And in this case, I kind of looked at prices on eBay. I was like, okay, well, this is like a box set of Star Wars from the 90s. Is it worth anything? Well, they're selling for about $12. So no, not really worth the trouble of putting it on eBay and letting it hang out my house longer. Ooh, these Disney VHSs, you know, original Beauty and the Beast release. Is this worth anything? Went to Half Price Books. They're selling for $2. So again, no. So I actually had taken all of them to Half Price Books, and I was there for an hour and a half, and they still hadn't gotten to my order, despite the fact that when I got there, there were only 2 people in front of me. So I just told them, I was just like, I don't really have time to wait around anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and take them back. And in that case, I did not sell them to Half Price Books. What I did is we have a consignment shop in town, and it's not like traditional consignment where you give it to them and then you get paid if they sell and you get back if they don't. You literally just give it to them, and there's no guarantee you'll get money or not. So if they sell it, you get a portion. Tiny portion. I just got my receipt, and like the puzzles that I had given them, I got like 74 cents off of it. But it's a little bit better than nothing, and it does get it into the secondhand flow, so another person can own this thing. I like the reduction of trash. That's actually the one reason why I don't immediately donate to Goodwill or Salvation Army or anything like that, is they get so many donations that my understanding is a lot of what is donated is never ever put into their shop for sale. It's never given to someone else again. Some of it might be bundled for recycling or, you know, to be sent to the next level of secondhand, but a lot of it just ends up in dumps. So that's usually my last thing. When I do decide that it doesn't really have resale value, like for instance, this week, one of my things that I got rid of was 4 pairs of 3T, like that's not how they use shoe sizes, size 6, 7, pink toddler shoes. And they were not in a condition that I could give them to the consignment store. And honestly, they weren't really in a condition that I could even give them to Goodwill, because I think that I would know they'd be thrown away. They wouldn't be sold. They weren't. But I'm a huge fan of Buy Nothing Group, which is generally on Facebook. And in this case, you put them up, in our neighborhood, you listed as play condition. So I told them, I was like, these shoes are in play condition, which means I would still let my daughter wear them. She just doesn't fit in them anymore. So then I had someone come pick it up. Another thing that I had someone come pick up from Buy Nothing Group is I had 2 giant bags of like bedding for crib. We got rid of my son's crib and my son's pack and play. And so tons of sheets and mattress pads and pack and play sheets, all of that stuff, all out the door to another mom who could use it. Because she was coming over, and I know that like most moms like to rotate their books, I asked her, do you want some books? So I went and collected 27 children's books that either I hate reading or we just don't read very often, and I went ahead and gave them to that mom. And then I put out an ask to see if anyone has books that we can take in from now. I haven't heard back, so far we're still negative on the loss of books. I guess a negative loss is positive. We're still negative on the number of books in the house from last week. So the other thing that I got rid of, you see my puzzle shelf, is I actually got rid of 16 puzzles, and those also went to the consignment store. These were puzzles that are unlikely to hit my redo list. I really do like redoing puzzles. These Calm puzzles, for instance, are just 300 pieces. I find them super relaxing. These Dowdle puzzles are 500 pieces. I don't know if I'm going to do them again or not, but there's a Dowdle Facebook group that often has people looking for specific puzzles, so I tend to hold on to those to sell them if I don't redo them in that shop when someone asks for it specifically. But 1,000-piece puzzles, I'm typically unlikely to redo because they take a while, and by the time I finished it, I'm tired of it. So I got rid of a lot of puzzles. It was like a huge Target bag worth of puzzles. And that's good because that has created a little bit more room in my craft room. My craft room has kind of become a junk room because I haven't had a lot of time for crafting. But I have, I think, 5 weeks left on my MBA, and then when that's done, craft away. So thanks so much for listening, and let me know, how do you decide? Do you sell it or do you donate it? What about listing on eBay? I have like 6 things that I'm waiting to list on eBay to see if it's worth it, but sometimes the trip to the post office, and by the time you have paid the fees, like you barely get anything there too if it's not worth a lot. So like, what is your dollar threshold to sell on eBay? I tend to go with about, if I'm not going to get $20 for it, it's not worth it. I'd love to hear from you, and thanks so much for watching. It helps me out a lot if you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.